Good morning,
Good morning.
Elena. My name is Miss Wright Burns, and I teach human growth and development, as you know, because I have had you as a student before, and also as an office aide.
Yes.
And right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about college careers. Is that kind of what you wanted to talk about today?
Yes.
Okay. And a little bit more about me. I'm attending Creighton University and I'm working on getting my master's degree in school counseling. And I'm very glad that you did come to me early in the year and said that you needed help.
Okay.
Let me tell you right now that we do have a confidentiality policy. And the policy is that if you're going to harm yourself, that is something that I will have to disclose. Or if someone else is going to harm you, then that is something that I would have to disclose. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So why don't we start off with you telling me the problem that you have and that you're trying to solve?
Okay. My problem is I'm trying to figure out what colleges I want to go to. I know my major or something that I want to go into, and
Okay.
I need help find out how do I apply for like the financial aid and go about that process.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I'm going to be taking notes over here as we're talking. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. Can you tell me, have you decided on some colleges yet?
Yes, I have three in mind, which is UNL,
UNL.
and Creighton to stay in home,
Okay.
and then out of state is Rockhurst University, and it's in Kansas City.
All right. Well, that really sounds good. So now, have you had the opportunity to go visit any of the campuses?
Two UNLs and Creighton because they're in Nebraska.
Correct.
And then hopefully during spring break I can go to Kansas City and visit Rockhurst.
All right. Well, that really sounds good. So, do you know anything about UNL at this time?
UNL just built a pre-health program,
Oh, great.
and then they also have UNMC on their campus, so you don't have to go travel back to Omaha
Mm-hmm.
to go to their UNMC in Omaha. And then Creighton has a lot of health programs, and they're very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And so medical schools love people that come from Creighton because
Yes.
it's really good.
I'm sorry to interrupt, I'm just
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And then Rockhurst has three different health programs. They have physical
Mm-hmm.
therapy, pre-health, and nursing.
All right. Well, it sounds like that you've been doing a lot of thinking about the different colleges that you would like to attend, and that sounds real good. And since you mentioned to me earlier that you were debating about the different colleges, I did decide to pick up some information, and we'll kind of talk about that information near the end of the session. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So you said UNL. Now, what programs exactly do they have at UNL that you're interested in?
So I love their pre-health because I always wanted to go into the health field. And then they
Great.
also have business, which I also looked into, and then like tourism and customer service, stuff
Okay.
like that. So those are the top three things I looked into there for.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Now, what else can you tell me about Creighton? Why are you kind of geared toward Creighton University also? With me being a student there, I can say that Creighton is an excellent university to go to. Now, Creighton is a private school, so it will cost you a little bit
Yeah.
more money, but they have great professors at Creighton, and usually the class sizes are proportionate to the students so that you won't have to worry about just getting lost in the crowd.
Yeah.
And the tuition may be a little bit more, but I'm going to tell you about some scholarship opportunities that you can apply for that will help you with that. Now, exactly, can you tell me what else about Creighton that you like?
Creighton. I love how, because I've shadowed there before, and I love how
Oh, great.
the professors like push you to do better and they challenge you to go
Mhm.
above and beyond.
Exactly.
And it reminds me of the central teachers here that push me to go above and beyond. So I always love that about their campus.
All right, well, that sounds good, and thank you for saying that about the teachers here at Central. Now, what else can you tell me about Rockhurst, which is in Kansas?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kansas City, Missouri. They offer the different health programs, but also they have a separate school for the health. So you don't have to be on their main campus. They have other little sections.
Mm-hmm.
And in Kansas City, going from Rockhurst with the nursing, a lot of like the hospitals look at that, and it's very good and popular.
Okay, well, that really sounds good. Look like you have been doing your homework.
Yeah.
And I really like that about you, Elena. Elena, can you tell me, have you signed up for financial aid?
No, not yet.
Okay, so then I'm going to give you some information about financial aid.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna give you at the end of the session, we're gonna go ahead and set some goals for you that you can write down,
Okay.
and then a task that you can do, okay? How's that sound? Now, what about scholarships? Are you looking for different scholarships at this time?
Yes, I've looked at a lot, especially the ones that are for financial need.
Mm-hmm,
Since
yes,
my family contribution is so low,
yes.
I've been looking at scholarships that go towards more students that need financial aid.
Correct.
Stuff like that.
Right, right. So what I'll do with the scholarship, near the end of the session, we're gonna set a goal for you finding a scholarship. How
Okay.
does that sound?
That sounds good.
That's good, good. Okay, so we're gonna do the scholarships and we're gonna do the financial aid. So why is education so important to you? Why is it important that you go to college?
A lot of people in my family, especially on my mom's side, since that's who I'm closer with,
Yes.
my mom and certain other family members, they went to a community college, but they went for like a CNA. And in like college terms, I still qualify as first year because that's not considered a college. And then the older people in my family, they either went inside the military and just never continued their education.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then other people, they went to college and had the opportunity to graduate from college, and then they dropped out.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry
so, yeah,
to hear
so
that.
education is like my way out. And plus,
It is.
so like whenever I go to new places, I'm very shy. And then I warm up, but education's always been like what set me aside from other people. And just like I was always by myself, so education is just like something I love. It's kept me out of trouble too.
Good, good. Yes, because you're staying busy. Well, can you tell me about some of the classes that you're taking here, and if you're on an honor roll or anything
Yeah.
like that?
So I've been on honor roll for the past 17 years. So ever since I
Great.
started OPS, I've always been on honor roll.
Great.
I always took classes that would challenge me, and so my sophomore year I decided, I'm gonna take all 9 classes, and I made
Okay.
it through. And in my senior year, I kind of wanted to make it easier for me, but also I wanted still the challenge, so I decided to continue on with Spanish.
Okay.
So I take AP Spanish right now, and that's
Great.
about the only class that's hard and challenging
Yes,
because it's like a
and I
college class.
understand.
And then the rest of my classes are pretty easy.
Okay. So let's think about a scale. So let's think about a scale. 1 is the lowest of you trying to find information for colleges. 5, you kind of right there in the middle right now. And 10, you have reached 10, you know everything that you want to do and where you want to go, how much it's going to cost. So where would you think you are right now?
I would say I'm in the middle because I'm still deciding like what schools I want to go
Okay.
to, but I know like the scholarships that I need to apply for to be able
Okay.
to afford the college, like those colleges.
So you think you're about a 5 right
Mhm.
now. And so you came to me, and hopefully by the time we meet for our second session, our goal is that maybe you'll be at that 9 or 10.
Yes.
All right, well, that really sounds good. That really sounds good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna give you I'm gonna talk about life management, okay? And we're gonna do a scale of 1 is not so good, and then 5 is great. And so this is a life management scale, so I can get an idea of your life management, okay? Now, would you say you're an extrovert or you're an introvert?
I'm an extrovert.
Okay.
When it comes to school,
Uh-huh.
I'm out there.
Okay, so when it comes to school, you're out there. Okay. How was school for you this past week? How did you do this past week?
Pretty good. So
Okay.
like a 4.
Like a 4. You were a 4 this week, which is good. What about your social life this past week? Were you able to get out and do anything or socialize?
I always make sure I make time
Mm-hmm.
to socialize because it's like a breather from going to work to school, and so I make sure I have time for that.
Okay, did you get a chance to go to I know that the boys did win
Yeah, I went
last
to that
night.
last night.
And you were there. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I did listen to it on the radio.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
go because of the snow, but I did, and the crowd was just shouting. It was
crazy.
just crazy there, huh? Well, I am so glad that you got a chance to
Yeah.
get out and go. Now, did you go with some friends?
I went with friends, yeah.
Okay, that sounds really good. Now, do you do anything else outside of school? Do you have a job or anything?
Yeah, I work at Target.
All right.
And then I also have friends that work at Target, so I get
Mhm.
to socialize with them because I don't see them as much in
Boy,
school. So
that is
during our
great.
break, we can talk
Mhm.
about school and stuff like that.
That is great. You are really on the ball. So your social life, we would say that's a 4 or 5 for
Mhm.
this week.
5.
Okay, we're gonna say 5. How well did you get along with your teachers this week?
Okay. Well, my English teachers is just, they're okay teachers, so it's hard.
Okay.
Because I like to make sure like my grades are really decent, and I want
Right.
teachers to tell me like what I'm doing wrong and how I can improve.
Okay.
But they don't know how to explain like what you can do better to get a higher grade.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about that. Let's talk about if a miracle was to happen in that English class. So, if a miracle was to happen in that English class, how would you see your teachers, and how would your teachers see you?
I would see my teachers.
You woke up one morning.
They're doing more explaining on our assignments and not just saying here this is what we want and the requirements.
Mhm.
And then my miracle would be like being able to do what they say and like just go above and beyond. But it's hard when you're not getting really detailed instructions. They just give you like the bare minimum, and then you gotta struggle a little bit.
Now, I noticed that some of the classes, English classes here at Central, has 2 teachers. The
Mhm.
English class that you're in right now,
I have
is that
2 teachers.
there are 2 teachers in there.
Yes.
Now, have you voiced your concern to those
Yes, we
teachers?
all have. Like I'm in a group where I'm with 2 girls and a guy, and we've always stuck together because we help
Great.
each other out.
So it's like a small group.
And we're like a little pod, and we usually they don't explain the assignment too well. We'll help each other out, and we also have a group chat,
Mhm.
and we'll text each other throughout the
Yes.
night and asking like, what did you need help on? Like, what did you get?
Great.
So stuff like that.
really sounds good. Now, tell me this. Do you know of any other resources that you can reach out to try to
Yes,
get help in that English
my
class?
Junior English teacher, Miss Omar, I can go to her for help because she's
Great.
been helping me like practice writing essays for scholarships and
Mhm.
going like that.
Okay.
So I always go to her for help.
Okay, and I want to recommend that another resource is that after school they do have tutoring and in the library here at Central. So if you're able to stay after school sometime, I would recommend that you go up there. Now, you don't have to stay the whole 30 minutes, but if you have a question in mind, maybe you'll pop in and get that question answered from one of the tutors up in the tutoring center. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Good. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna find some other pathways where you can get some help too.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds great. What about your stress this week? On a scale of 1 to 5, where's your stress level?
3.
3. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what's causing you a little bit of stress in your life? Is it home? Is it school? Is it both?
I would say my AP Spanish class is we have a quiz every Thursday,
Okay.
and the assignment she gives us, she gives like a lot of assignments, and they're like due the next day or the day after, and so trying to be able to get all of that done and then still do my other homework, I tend to stay up later at night.
Then you
to make
really
sure,
want to.
yeah.
Okay.
And then sometimes I have a cutoff. I've been making sure I have like a cutoff time, and then I'll set my alarm up for 5 in the morning to wake up and finish the homework I didn't get done.
Okay, that sounds great. So what else could possibly, other than the AP Spanish, is anything at home that kind of stresses you out a little bit? What about at work? Are you experiencing any type of stress at work with customer service or
yeah.
anything?
I
Can you
think what
tell me a
stresses
little
me
bit
off,
about
I have like a speech problem sometimes, and
Yes.
sometimes my words can merge together, and I get frustrated when I have to talk on the phone because it gets a little bad and it becomes
That's
stressful.
okay.
And then they come inside the store,
Yes.
and then they want the person they were talking to, and I'm just like,
Okay.
But
okay.
other than that, my job is pretty good. I have amazing bosses,
Great.
so they
great.
make sure the environment is not too stressful, and that
Okay.
if it is, they go over what we can do to help prevent what happened, or like situation, how we can break it down and solve the problem and stuff like
Okay.
that.
So you're able to reach out to your bosses and talk with them. Well, that's great. So I think that could help your stress level too. What about exercise on a scale of 1 to 5? Have you done any type of exercise?
Yeah, I walk the dog.
Okay,
He
you
loves
do
the
walk
snow.
the dog.
He loves the snow, so it's like a win-win. And plus, we live around the corner from my old elementary school, and so
Okay.
we'll just go to the park and
Okay. That
run around and
sounds
stuff
good.
like that.
And what school is that?
King Elementary.
Oh, okay. And so as far as exercise, is that something that you do every day or
I do
every other day?
every other day, depending
Okay.
on the homework. So
Okay.
if I don't have AP Spanish homework, then I can just after the bus go home, change into something else,
Mhm.
and then just take them down to the park.
Mhm.
If I do have AP Spanish, then we'll just walk around the block a couple times.
Okay, so what would you say your exercise
A
level
4.
is? Is it about a 4 right now? Okay, what about the average amount of sleep that you get in a week? What do you think? Is it 6 hours, 7 hours,
5
8
to 6
hours?
hours. 5 to
So
6
you
hours.
do get 5
Mhm.
to 6 hours of
Mhm.
sleep every night. And how do you feel when you wake up? Do you feel kind of rested?
I have sleep insomnia, so I take melatonin, and that helps
Okay,
put my
great.
body in like a relaxed mode. And I also
Correct.
put my phone on do not disturb at 10:20.
Great.
And then it turns off at 5:30, so that helps
Great.
too. And it's far away from my bed,
Great.
so
I'm
that
so glad
helps.
to hear
And so
that.
I've been getting better at getting more hours of sleep.
Mhm.
But 5 to 6 hours is like
Mhm.
I'm okay.
And it is important that we put those cell phones away at night,
Mhm.
and also to stay away from those real bright lights that
Mhm.
comes from
Yeah, I have the
from
night
computer.
mode, so the blue lights
Yes,
off.
correct, because that too can disturb our
Mhm.
sleeping pattern. So look, yes, you are on the right road with that. Now let's talk about the quality of your diet, as far as water, meat, fruits, and vegetables. How are you doing with that?
It's a 4. Like
Okay.
it's just at work, I don't always bring a lunch, so I tend to like go to like the Starbucks or something like that. But at home,
Okay.
I make sure I always have like a vegetable, my meat, and a
Mhm.
fruit, and like especially because after school, me and my brother get hungry, so I always have like a snack of like fruit or whatever's in the refrigerator that's healthier, and then
Okay.
I just snack on that, and then my mom will cook dinner, and then we'll eat.
Okay. What about water? Are you getting enough
Yes,
water?
I make sure. I even have a timer that tells me when I need to
Okay.
drink more water. So yeah.
Oh, great, great. Now, I see that you do have a water bottle with
Mhm.
you, so you do try to bring a water bottle to school with you.
Yes.
All right, that really sounds good. So we're going to give that a 4 also. So what about your energy level? Do you have enough energy, or do you feel like you sometimes run out of energy?
I sometimes run out of.
You do.
Especially being here all day and
Yes.
not having an early out as a senior. So it's like around 8th hour.
Mhm.
I tend to like feel a little sluggish, and then after that I'm fine. Once I hit 9th hour, so I
Mhm.
try to motivate myself like you need to wake up, you need to.
Okay, you kind of motivate yourself
Yeah.
a little bit. Now, you said, so you don't have early out, or you do have?
I don't have early out.
You don't?
My counselor was like,
Okay.
she doesn't want to see me taking early out. She doesn't
Okay.
think it would have benefit me. And then my mom's like, whatever your counselor says goes.
Oh, okay, okay,
So, yeah.
good. Good, and that's fine,
Mhm.
that's fine. So where would you, on the scale, where would you put your energy
I say
level?
3.
It's at a 3 right now. Okay. Now, what about your mood? What's your average mood? Are you basically in a good mood all
I'm in a
the
good
time?
mood.
Or a bad mood, or just mellow?
In a good mood.
Okay,
Most of the time.
okay, good. You're in a good mood most of the time. Okay, so we're going to talk about exercise, sleep, diet, social support. Now, who's there to support you? Do you have a support system at
Yeah.
home and at school?
Yes, like so my mom's side of the family, they're always pushing me to do better. They always set the bar really high, tell me you got this, you can go ahead. So it's like my mom, my grandpa, and my uncles and stuff like that. And then here at school, it's like my friends, especially the one like the girl I ride with in the
Mhm.
morning.
Yes.
I'm super close with her, and we always motivate each other. I always
Mhm.
picked my friends that were going to support me, and I support them, and was vice versa. And they're the people I know that I'm gonna graduate with, and then after graduation, we're going to have a friendship after.
All right. Well, good. I am glad to hear that. All right. So then we're going to talk a little bit about your stress, how maybe we can kind of get that stress level down. So we'll go over some things about stress. So right now, what I want to do is I want to give you some information. And if you would just write these things down. Okay, you can write them on the back of your paper there. Okay, so because you are really interested in going to college, then we're going to set some goals for you for college, okay?
Mhm.
And one of the goals is next time we meet, I want you to, if possible, have decided on one of the three colleges.
Okay.
Okay. And if possible, you can apply, go ahead and apply at all three colleges, and then we'll see which one accepts you in. So at this time, do you know your ACT score? Have you
Yes.
taken ACT?
Yes. So I got a 19, and
Great,
I
that's
plan on
good.
retaking it to see if I can get it just a little bit higher,
Okay.
and then also taking the SAT because I heard people say it's much easier than the ACT. And
Okay.
I took the practice SAT before, and I just want to try it out as like the
Mhm.
set test.
Now, I can tell you right now that Creighton University, you can enroll at Creighton University without taking the ACT. But what's good about taking the ACT, they would be able to give you different scholarships from the
Mhm.
score. So it's always good to get that score up for your ACT because that can depend on the scholarships that you can get from the different colleges that you're going to attend. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, okay? And the next thing I want you to do is I want you to have applied for financial aid. The next goal is to apply for financial aid. Okay, and then the third goal that we're gonna set for today is for you to, scholarships. I'm gonna give you a list of scholarships that you can apply for.
Okay.
And some of them are income-based, so you probably have a very good chance of getting that scholarship. Okay, so what I see in you, Elena, is that I see that you are a dedicated student, which is absolutely good. I see that you stay on task, which is great. I see that you have a life outside of school, which is good too, because you're able to have fun with your
Mhm.
friends, but that doesn't take away from your schoolwork. And I really do like that about you. And I think that you are well on your way and that you will do great in college. And whatever you aspire to be, I believe that you will be that. Okay?
Oh, thank
and
you.
and I am just so glad that we have been able to talk and that we have been able to counsel over the years because you were a great student and also a great office aide.
Thank you.
So let's just talk about some of the things that I do have for you. Okay. So this is a brochure about UNL. So you can take this home with you and you can go over it, and it tells you exactly what you need and how to apply to UNL. So I'm going to give that to you. And then this is a book of scholarships for the 2018-19 school year. And so it has a lot of scholarships in here. So go ahead and take this book home. I'm giving this to you and see if you can find some different scholarships that you might qualify for. This is an excellent book for scholarship. And mostly all colleges require you to have an application of an essay. And so here's some tips on essay writing and what they may be looking for in an essay. And next, what I'm going to give you, you said that you're going to retake the ACT. So here's some dates that you can use to retake the ACT test. So go ahead and go through there. And here's some dates here that you may can use. And the last thing that we're going to talk about and that I'm going to give you today is from Education Quest. And this book gives you a step-by-step on how to get started with financial aid.
Okay.
And what college means to you, college choices, how to go, how to do the college visits, entrance exams, admission. And here I have outlined UNL for you, how much it costs, how many people are enrolled in undergraduate at UNL, about 21,000. And then at Creighton, they have, with Creighton being a private university, it's going to be a little less. They have undergraduates about 4,000. And then I also have the price of your tuition and your books to each school. And also I highlighted the prices for room and board if you decide to stay on campus or off campus. Now, if you decided on a school here in the Omaha area, would you stay on campus or off campus?
I'll probably stay on campus for my first year just to
Okay.
have that experience, and then I'll probably live off campus and probably have like a roommate. And if I go to Crane
Okay.
I'll probably just stay with my mom or like
Okay.
have like a small apartment.
Okay, that sounds great. That's because I believe that you are a very independent person. So staying off campus would really work for you, and I think that would be excellent for you. So here is the different prices for each of those items that I told you about. And this tells you about the scholarships also, financial aid, the different types of financial aid, the scholarships, grants, work study, student loans. It tells you how to begin your journey to college. And then it talks about the federal loans, types of federal loans that are out there. And with us getting these loans as students, we have to manage our student loan debt. So Education Quest is great with helping you to manage that. So it tells you the different ways to pay for college. So these are some great resources that you can take with you today. And I'm glad that you did come in so that we can talk about it. And is there anything else? So we have set your goals. We have set goals for you. Your task is to bring all of that back when we next meet.
Yes.
The scale that we done 1 to 5 look like you are really doing good on that self-management scale that we just done on you. And I would like to set up an appointment for us to meet again in
Okay.
about a couple of weeks, and we'll see exactly where you are at that time.
Okay.
Now, I want you to try to get the goals completed, but I don't want you to stress out about them, okay?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to talk to me about today?
Could you tell me a little more about Crane? Like what they
Okay.
offer and stuff like that.
Yes, well, Creighton is an excellent school, and Creighton has a number of programs, and like you say, Creighton is known for their health programs there. The dentistry school is there, pharmacy school is there, so if you're interested in anything like that, Creighton would be a great university. Creighton is not as big as some of the other universities because it is a small private school, but I think that you would enjoy going to Creighton. The teachers are very friendly, they are welcoming, and they will help you. Creighton has a tutoring center that you can attend if you're having problems in any of your classes. They do have dorms and apartments and different things on campus if you're interested in staying on campus. It's a Jesuit school. And what I really like about Creighton is that we're able to pray and we're able to mention the word God, and we're able to, that in public school you're not able to do things like that.
Yeah.
But it was a win-win for me because I believe in God, and to be able to pray and your professors pray with you or pray during the class, that just felt so good to me. So if you're interested in something like that, they do have a chapel, a church right there on the ground. So I guess if you ever need to go in and pray or have any type of problems, you'll be able to do that. They have a counseling service there. And so they have everything that you would need there. They have a student center, exercise plays, health care, anything that you would need, they have. And I, as a student of Creighton, I love Creighton School. I'm so glad that I was admitted to Creighton, and I don't want you to be afraid to put those admission applications in. And when and write an essay, don't stress out about that because they just basically want to know about you.
Yeah.
So as long as you're truthful and you're straight front, I think that you can probably get into any of those colleges. But I am kind of partial to Creighton because that's where I went. But I did attend UNO also. And UNO was an excellent school. I didn't get a chance to attend UNL, but UNO was also a great school to attend. All right. So what I want to say is I want to thank you for coming today. And I want you to go ahead and work on those goals.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back together again. And just thanks for being a great person that you are, the great team that you are.
Thank you.
And you are a stand-up student for Central High School, and you are the type of student that Central High School looks for.
Thank
So I
you.
just want you to know that,
Thank
okay?
you.
All right, well, thank you, and
You're
you have a
welcome.
great day.
You too.
Bye.